Good morning. What a beautiful Sunday it is where I live. I'm sure it is with you as well. I want to share some with you from the Word of God I was looking at this morning, and I was reading out of the King James. And, once in a while we'll read a word and we're like, what does that mean? What does that possibly stand for? And, so when I think of pledging my allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, I stand up when I do that. I put my hand over my heart because I stand up with no judgment against me, because I can stand for what I'm believing in, for the principles and things like that. Now, things may look a little different and awkward when we watch our to 2023 and 2024 and things like that, and what's going on with the Constitution and all that. But it's not the whole point that I'm driving at. I'm talking about that word called stand. And that's what I want you to see here is we get to stand for God with no judgment against us except for the judgment of grace. Are you with me? The judgment of grace and mercy. You see, there is a judgment for the righteous. It's the judgment called where you can stand to receive God's grace and his mercy. But that's not the case for the ungodly. Look over to the book of Psalms chapter 1 in verse 4. He's talking about the first couple of verses, if you're godly for God, living for the Lord, the righteous shall flourish and shall prosper. That's what it says. Now in chapter 4, it says, the ungodly are not so, but they are like chaff which the wind driveth away. So the winds of storm comes along, and they will. It'll be like the chaff on the little wheat kernels and stuff. When the wind blows, it'll just blow you all away. In verse 5, it says, therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. That's what he's talking about. They shall not stand. They'll be punished. And that's kind of a sad deal, when you think about it, because it's better to be godly so that you can stand in the presence of the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords on that day. You don't want to be the one that gets punished and has to basically be disintegrated. If you want to look at another word like that, that's about the best word I can think of, because when you get cast to the lake of fire, that's what happens. It's like you're just crispy critters. It's a sad situation. So they won't stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. Do you see that? For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. You see that? The ungodly shall perish. That's sad. But that's the case. That's the reality. That's why it's important you as a believer reaches out and shares the good news of Jesus Christ with your friends and your neighbors. Yeah, the ones that live right beside you. Wow. Let me read some more on this. No, we're going to stop right there right now, because I just want you to meditate on those particular verses today as you think about that. Stand for God. Stand for righteousness. You will not be blown away like a tumbleweed, out in the country field, something like that. But you'll stand. Hey, God bless you. Love you all. Be blessed.